Hi everyone. To everybody watching the playback, hi. I'm playing the latest Zaudura Fela music playlist, and I've never heard anyone play this song but me. And this is the first song that this DJ has. It's DJ's where I've linked the playlist in the description. This is the opener song. Just everything I needed. And I'm surprised at what a pick-me-up hearing this song is, and the experience, the shared experience of a good song, you know? Never ever heard anybody else play this song. No one, I'm not recalling the experience of somebody being like, hey, I've got a really sick song. Let me play it for you. And then they play this song. I just really love this song also. Anyway, I hope that you're well. People watching the playback, I hope that you're well. Today has its weird vibes. So I haven't been feeling too great. Been feeling particularly sensitive since, I don't know, this whole month of August has actually been really challenging for me. It's been very challenging for me to stay grounded. I've been trying to keep in control of the way that I feel and the way that I'm processing things, but it's honestly been totally out of control for me. It's been a very out of control experience, and it's been really uncomfortable. But c'est la vie. So I'm here with Tarot&CHILL number 12. I'm really grateful that I decided to upkeep numbering the lives, because it's really cool to know how many of them I've done, and to see that number there, you know, and to have like a sense of dedication to something. I've mentioned this in like maybe 2 Tarot&CHILLs ago, that it's a really cool experience for me to be investing in something of my own, on my own accord, putting my time into something without any intention outside of the fact that I just really enjoy doing it. So it's been fun. It's been really lovely. And for what it's worth to anyone, even me, I really look forward to doing it, to doing this. It was obviously just really tough to upkeep it during the winter season, because winter was very difficult for me energetically, process-wise. I really needed to like hibernate. If I could have physically buried myself inside a hole in the forest or something, I would have. I needed that, but I couldn't do it. So the best I could do was just isolate, go within, the usual. I don't know what's happening astrologically right now. I should actually check it out. It is feeling a bit wild. I'm feeling really not my best, to be honest. But then again, I have my Saturn return doing a whatever on the 7th of September. So it's tough. Hey, Crystal. I'm supposed to be checking astrological transits. I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna keep saying it mostly because these times are crazy, so chances may be pretty high that you're not doing well. I'm not doing that well, but we keep pushing. Sigh indeed. sigh indeed. The biggest sigh of all time. Yeah. So, I'm not seeing anything too important. We have a Chiron thing going on. Yeah, Pluto is in a lot of aspects that are happening today. And the moon. All right, so I suppose these feelings make sense. I feel like I'm on autopilot, absolutely. I understand that. Hopefully the activities that you're doing while on autopilot are good for you. I've also activated some autopilot behavior, giving into like past addictions, habits that I told myself I don't want to do frequently. In these past few days, I've been doing them frequently as if I'm a robot. Today is the first day that I've been able to stand in front of myself and remember that, hey, this is a habit I actually wanted to drop, so I need to stop this. That awareness, it turned on today, thankfully. I really lost myself a bit. And I still feel a bit lost, but whatever. Hi, 50 and thriving. Grand Rising, interesting. It's about 2 p.m. where I'm at. I'm assuming everybody else is like in other parts of the world, which is very cool. Can you let me know where everyone's from? I'd love to know. You're reading for me if you got the... I do have the time. Yes, this is the whole point of this live. So for anyone who might not know, this live works with you just popping a question in and then I pull a card for you. Because I'm still a small reader, I attract a relatively petite audience. You're more than welcome to ask as many questions as my nervous system can handle pulling cards for. So there's no limit, again, because of how small my pocket of the internet is. But obviously it will adjust should the audience that watches me and should the people that are present in the chat, whoever's asking questions, if more people come, then I'll have to adjust. But yeah, for now, that's how it is. Cool. That's so cool. That's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that with me, everyone. I'm based in Johannesburg, South Africa, by the way. That's where I'm at. So yeah, you can just ask a question. And I'll pull a card for you. Depending on what needs to be communicated, it won't always be one card. I try to only get one. Hey, Pearl. I try to only pull one card. But yeah, it's very dependent on the messages that need to come out for you. It may also be that you ask a question and then I pull cards for something that is totally unrelated to that question, which may mean that you have more important things to focus on, or something is more urgent than what it is that you're asking about. So, Crystal is romantically involved with someone. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Crystal, I'm gonna try pull cards and see what comes up, but I hope that you are holding in mind why it is that you've asked that question, what your relationship is with N, why it would affect you, whether or not N is romantically involved with someone. I hope you have all of that in mind so that you are in total control of your intentions. You know what I mean? Because I keep saying this in every reading, I can't pull for people who aren't aware that I'm pulling for them. So it depends on N's energy field, right? If N is closed off, I can't find out whether or not N is involved with someone else. It's also technically shouldn't be any of our business because it should be about you, Crystal, right? It needs to be about you. So yeah, I'll see what comes up, but all of this to say that I hope you understand that you are the main character of your life. I do know it's Carrie. I do. I'm never sure whether to say Carrie or not, so I just call by the name that I see. Okay. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so I'm receiving. So I'm going to say Carrie then, since you brought your name up. I'm going to always say Crystal when I see your name. Unless you bring it up, because I feel like the anonymity is something you're doing on purpose. But anyway, Carrie, I got the Emperor and the Ten of Swords. I'm receiving that. So I'm receiving no. But largely because whoever N is seems to be more focused on something else. It feels like N is... So these are the cards, the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, and then I got the Five of Rods, and then I got the Four of Swords. It feels like whatever N is doing, they're in a period of stillness. And this period of stillness is like they're exhausted. That's what I've got. They're really tired. I don't know if they're even interested in anyone else, or if somebody else, maybe there is somebody who's interested in them, but they're not interested in romance right now. There's nothing romantic about N's aura. They just seem very burdened, exhausted, overextended. Like they're in a space right now where they seem to be overcompensating for other people and not caring enough about their own needs. But again, I'm wondering or hoping again that this is something that is with regards to you. I hope whatever I've given you is useful for you. Okay, well, either way, again, I say, I hope that helps you as an individual. I'm not entirely sure what it is that, or why it would matter whether or not they're involved with someone. Yeah, but that's all I've got. That's all I've received. I don't think I'm going to go into any more detail about that. Pearl, you make a playlist yourself, or oh no, my love. I've said I get it from Sal Madiope's playlist called Altura Fela. He chooses DJs and the DJs curate the playlist. And I always link the playlists in the description of the video as I'm reading. 50 and thriving. Will I get a job here? Just moved. Okay. Let's see. Oh, 50 and thriving. Do you know what you want? Do you know about the job that you want? Are you actively... So the question of will I get a job here, you're asking the universe, will I get a job? The universe will ask you that back. You have to put an intention out on the kind of job that you want, if you want a job at all. I hope you have that in mind. Okay. So 50 and thriving, I'm receiving for your reading the Strength card and the Five of Swords. And then beneath, I have Temperance. So I think that, because I'm seeing your follow-up question that says, what are the secrets my grown children are keeping? And I just want to, pull this. It feels like I'm feeling called to pull all of this together. It feels like there are two separate questions, but it feels like there's a crossover energy between the two. This Temperance card, the appearance of it implies that for both of these questions, an answer will come. The Strength card coming up also implies the same kind of thing, except looking for the answer has to take you looking within looking at your own psychological constructs and your intentions behind the way that you work. It feels like you need to do a bit of shadow work regarding where you place your energy and your awareness and what you want out of your life. Honestly, 50 and driving, I'm feeling like there's a lot going on in your heart. A lot of like, I'm feeling a sense of pain, a heaviness. Yeah, I'm feeling a heaviness, and that weight needs to be addressed. I think that once you address that weight, because this card, the Strength card, speaks of shadow work. Once you address that weight, it will lift, and as it lifts, you'll be able to figure out many things. Your job, the secrets that your grown children are keeping, how these perceived secrets may affect you. Because if they're secrets, then, you know, maybe they're secrets on purpose. There are a lot of questions that I have about the way that you're feeling right now in order for me to get a direct answer. But what I've got so far for certain is that it seems like there's a heaviness, there's a weight in your heart, there's a deep-rooted fear that needs to be addressed in order for those questions to be answered. I know the job question doesn't have to be this deep. It doesn't have to be as deep as that, but it feels like it is, largely because it just feels like there's a lot going on in your heart right now. Okay, and thank you for that, for the validation, 50 and thriving. So, yeah. Yeah. I think I'm also approaching your secrets my grown children are keeping question from inside. I'm a grown child, and I'm putting myself, I can't help this, I'm putting myself in the position of being your grown children. And I know that if there was a secret I was keeping from my parent as a grown child, it's obviously something I don't want to keep. I want to be able to tell my parents everything. But there must be then a fear within me that is personal to me as the grown child that I need to unpack and deal with. So I hope you can trust your children to come to you with whatever it is that you think they're keeping from you in good time, because they're grown, and yeah, you can only do so much. It's complicated enough to be a parent. It's a whole other thing to be the parent of a grown child. The dynamics of that is intense, and yeah. Yeah. I think that I'm going to just move on to the next question and let that simmer a bit, 50 and thriving. The heaviness is it feels very sensitive. It feels like you need to sit more with it before I can speak more about it. So I'm going to just leave it there. If you have any more questions, I'd be more than happy to pull and explore, but that pain that's in your heart, it's needing to be addressed. However, with this Temperance card, your spiritual, whatever, hopefully you have a connection with your spiritual world, with your spirituality. Those beings that are there in that spiritual plane, they are there to assist you, and they're doing their work. So you can trust that the answers will come in good time. Just need to address the pain. And they're with you, addressing the pain with you. Okay. Carrie, I'm seeing your comment about being stressed. I'm sorry to know that. It is a very stressful time in general for the whole lot of us, as I mentioned this in the beginning of this live. I hope that with whatever stress it is that you are facing, that you're going through, that you remember, it's really important right now to be honest about the way that you feel. If there's anything uncomfortable in your body, or you feel overcome with moments of needing to cry, you have to please allow yourself those moments. It feels like we're all doing a lot of very deeply spiritual work, but there are no words to verbalize it. It's difficult. It's a difficult time. So you're more than welcome to like ask more about that or anything. I'm all ears, all eyes. When did you expect to come my way this September? Pearl. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so Pearl, the cards that I received were the Four of Cups upright. It actually fell out in reverse, but I played around with the upside downness of it and it felt more correct upright. And then I received the Page of Rods in reverse. And then beneath the deck, you have the Hermit. Feels like it's going to be deeply spiritual. I hate saying these things so vaguely, but these are the words that just come, so I don't know. I'm just going to sit with it a bit more. I'm going to read this. The Page of Rods in reverse. This speaks of someone adrift in life, confused and angry, anger turning inwards to become self-destructive, drugs or other addiction, fascination with death, or the depths of the psyche. Okay, the depths of the psyche. Okay, so Pearl, is there anything in your life that you are looking at right now, or is there a sense of like a dissatisfaction about your life, or anything about your life? Whatever it is that you've been feeling okay, you can tell me how you feel about hearing this. I'm getting the sense that there's something in your life that has been nagging at you, but that you've been continuously trying to say it's fine, it's okay, it's not that bad. But it actually is bad. It has been bad. And your intuition, that's when your intuition trying to invite you to say, hey, look at this thing, look at this thing. There's something going on here. There's a way that you could be happier. There's a way you can express more joy. There's something, it's like there's been something like missing, or your intuition's been trying to point you towards something that needs work, that you have been, I guess maybe, I don't know if maybe you've been too busy to look at it, or if maybe you've been encouraged just not to pay attention to it because, yeah, I don't know, because it's just life, I guess. Life just doesn't, life doesn't encourage us to like look at the small details. We're all just told to keep moving like a robot, but it feels like whatever that thing is, it's gonna be very important for you to deal with in September. Then beneath you had the Page of Discs. So that has to do with like work, career, your material world, or the way that you live your everyday life. Something is gonna have to change about the way that you live your life so that you can be happier in the oncoming months. So September is gonna be like, it feels like it's gonna be groundwork for that. Just so that you can live happier. It feels like, yeah, there's something that's just not happy enough about your life that could be really happy. Yeah, okay, cool. And then eventually, so I'm pulling cards as like a story. You have the Nine of Cups. So it feels like this is what I was feeling into, that this is what you need in life. This is what needs to happen. But there's a whole bunch of other things in the way of that. But I can't get the sense of what exactly it is specifically. But every time I see this card, I always think of gratitude lists, which I started to do this morning. I dropped them for the past few months, depression, but I picked it up again this morning. So if that's something that resonates with you, the act of writing gratitude lists down and then reading them out loud, it can do a change in your perspective. It helps me. Okay, thank you, Pearl. Then let me just look at the Four of Cups, quickly before I move on. Yeah. Okay, and then there's a sentence here for the interpretation of this card that says, may indicate a need to clarify goals and identify what is important in life. That sentence is what I was feeling. Attainment of an ambition only to discover it means less than expected. Right. Yeah. Okay. You're welcome, Pearl. It's gonna be really spiritual. I hope you can find time to let loose. It feels like it's going to be a lot of work for you spiritually, so that it'll be difficult to explain to people that you're feeling tired, because they're gonna look at your life and they're gonna think, why are you tired? What's the problem? So yeah, hopefully you have people in your corner who can understand the amount of spiritual work that you do in general, that you can talk to about it. Okay. Hi Nokwanda, I'm seeing your message, your comment now. And it's me again. Hi. There is no list of questions. You just make a comment and then I will pull a card for the comments and questions I see. What blessing can I expect from September? Nokwanda. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so Nokwanda, I received the Emperor. That's the first card that fell out. And then I received the Seven of Discs and the Five of Cups, sorry. And then beneath there's a whole story here. The Eight of Cups and the World. So I don't know, again, you'll tell me how far this goes, but it doesn't feel like things have been easy so far. It feels like there's been, heavy hearts. We've all been dealing with a very heavy heart, especially this year. I'm with you. But anyway, yeah. Let me just sit with this so that I can make sure that I'm speaking correctly. Something about masculine healing. So the thing is, when this card first fell out, I thought, oh, romantic. But then these two cards followed, and then I figured, no, it's not romantic. There's something, I'm receiving something about a father wound here. And how that part of yourself is going to be healed. And when I speak on it, it sounds very intangible because it's an internal thing. But I think that generally we very much underestimate the kind of pains that can be felt from the lack of having a safe masculine presence in your life. The way that a lack of a safe masculine, whether it be a father or a relative or even a lover, the fact that someone can go through life never having experienced a safe love from a masculine figure, from a masculine energy, from a man, really affects your psyche. I think, and this extends to me too. Personally, I really underestimated how painful it is to process not knowing what it feels like to be safe with a man. It affects your happiness, your joy. It affects your ability to discern. It affects your will. So it feels like, Nokwanda, that part of you is going to be healed, where you'll feel more motivated by the end of it, because you also receive the 3 of rods. You'll feel more motivated by the end of the month to... You're gonna go through a spiritual awakening that will allow you to feel more connected with your soul and with the power you have over doing things and creating things and making things. You might feel really inspired to what? I don't know, actually. To what? I don't know. It feels like it's going to be a bit painful in the beginning. There're going to be a little bit of tears cried, needing to process needing to process the pain that men in your life may have caused you. Facing that and facing the root of that, facing how it's affected your ability to enact upon your life, to do things, to pull things towards you, to hope and dream for stuff. And then by the end of the month, you'll arrive to a freedom. This will be you. Yeah, this will be you. And you'll feel very powerful and more in control of your life. That's what I can say you'll gain from that. I mean, from September, yeah. That's what I can say your blessings will be. It's going to be it feels like it's going to start off a bit slow though. So please try to be patient with yourself and don't apply too much pressure in needing to do things, make things work, do a good job, whatever. Take some time to cry as much as you can. Even if on some days you feel like you'll need to cry for no reason, there's a reason, you're just not aware of it. Trust that, your body's processing things. I hope that was helpful. It's very, you got a very abstract, your blessing is very abstract. It's very in the ethers. It's going to be felt in the heart. Yeah, you're welcome, Nogwanda. Thank you. Hi, Light Blue. I'm assuming he was thinking about how things ended. So again, Crystal, Carrie, Crystal Carrie. I really feel like you're not focusing enough on yourself. You keep asking these questions that are relative to other people, and I'm really concerned. I'm really concerned. I'm not, okay, when I say really concerned, it sounds dramatic, but I'm concerned that you're not focusing enough on yourself. I can pull cards. I will. I'm of service. However, I really hope that with all of these questions you're asking, you're doing it from a place of understanding how this will affect you. What difference is it going to make in your life what difference is it going to make in your life what his energy is towards you about how things ended? He messaged your mother about the havoc you wreak in his life. Do you know yourself to be a havoc person? And if you are, what then? Are you considering yourself? It feels like, yeah, as women, we just care too much. We just care too much of a damn about the other. And we really need to practice more selfishness and living from our own body and only caring about what our joy is, what our happiness is. We do too much of caring about him and them and whoever. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. But I can pull a card and see what comes up. I'm going to leave it at that. You got the death card. I think that you should just leave it alone. I don't know how else to. Yeah. just let it be for a second. Just, what is his energy? Is he still thinking about how things ended? I don't know. He's in the death energy right now. That's what I'm receiving. And he's going through whatever he's thinking about, whatever it is, it doesn't matter because it's not going to be the same very soon. Like, there are drastic changes going underway for everyone, not just you and your situation, but everybody. So try not to hold on too tightly to things. If you can forget about that and just focus on yourself right now, that would be amazing. Beneath the deck, you also received the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Feels like your mind is everywhere, functioning on autopilot, but internally it feels like there's so much going on and that needs to be calmed. I hope you can do what you can to stay calm. Yes, 50 and thriving. Thank you for that comment. Tears of joy, it's okay to cry. No, Crystal, you didn't upset me. You didn't upset me at all. Not at all. No. Sorry. I'm also a very passionate person. I'm just speaking with passion about something that I'm seeing. What you're bringing up, it's not just you. There are many people in my life, and I'm also guilty of doing this, where I'm just, just so focused on other people, so focused on him and how he feels about me. And it's like, how do I feel about me? That's what the point is here, you know? You did not upset me at all. Not at all. How does my person feel about me since I left? Okay, let's see. Yeah, Carrie, I can feel it. Yeah. And you know what? You know what's absolutely sucky, even about the question that you've asked, 50 and thriving? We are here thinking about him, wondering about him, wondering if he's thinking about us, da-da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, wherever he is, he's not thinking about you for a second. He's not on any live pulling cards for you. He's probably picking his nose or something. You know what I mean? We just need to focus more on ourselves. All of us. All of us need to focus on ourselves. But I'll pull a card, 50 and thriving, and see how he feels about you. But also, yeah, I've said this often. I don't know if I can pull cards. I don't know if he's given me permission for that. So the cards that fall out may be about what is between you two. Not so much about what he thinks or how he feels about you, but more about the energy between you two that may still be lingering. Because, yeah, clearly it is. So I'm going to pull cards and see. Interesting. Yo. Okay. Yeah, you received very interesting cards here, 50 and thriving. So you received the 10 of Cups, which speaks for itself. Then the King of Cups. And then the Queen of Cups in reverse. So I don't know, it feels like the connection that you two had was very emotionally turbulent. It feels like he may have made you feel emotionally turbulent. Like yeah. I'm getting that it was just a very emotional relationship. But it feels like, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so with all of these cards, all in all, I can say he definitely misses you. You're a very important part of his life and of his future building. It feels like when you two were together, he was very connected to this image. You see how there's two people, there's a baby, there's this card speaks of a deep, loving commitment. Familial, friendship, whatever, just speaks of commitment. So he's very committed to you. And it feels like he still is on some level. It's just then there's the Devil at the bottom of the deck and the 10 of Swords. And then the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know if I should read any further. What I can say, though, is that he cares very deeply about you. And you were a part of a plan that he had. You were a part of a greater plan that he had. Don't know what's going on now, but you mean a lot to him. And I won't say anything further because I feel like that might affect the next moves. Yeah. But it also, there are further cards beneath the deck that speak of how he's using he's using this time to work on himself. He's definitely addressing, yeah, he's working on himself very much. You can trust that, at least. Thank you for the validation, 50 and Thriving. It's very useful for us readers to know at least that we're not speaking nonsense. So I have a PayPal actually. I just don't, and I'm pretty sure that I have it linked somewhere. I'm sorry, let me just check something. Okay, yeah, I have a coffee link that I'll share it in the comments now. That's linked to my PayPal. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope I addressed everybody's questions. If there's anything that I missed, please can you just type the comment again. But otherwise, yeah. I'm going to be here all afternoon. Sorry, not all afternoon. That was dramatic. I'm going to be here for at least another hour and a half. It's a really wonderful Sunday afternoon. I've chosen this on a very relaxed day so that, yeah, I am a full service for that period. I'm someone who really enjoys, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I've been working on my energy for a very long time, so that compliment means a lot to me, more than I can say. Normally, when I am in a... Normally when times feel as spiritual as they do right now, where it feels like we need to pay extra attention to random signs, coincidences, and synchronicities, it feels, or it would feel like I'd be able to pick the pattern, find it, correlate it, make the link, and then da-da-da-da, then I can move on. But it feels like what's going on now, I'm recognizing patterns, but they're all pointing to a part of my psyche that I can't reach yet. And I can feel that. I can feel that I'm at a stage of my growth where yeah, where I have to surrender. I have to surrender to the process of it. And it's something I've actually done readings for previously, where it's like we're in surrender school and the curriculum gets more and more difficult. The exams get harder, the tasks, the practicals, it all gets more difficult so that we can get better at surrendering. And it feels like now, this time is particularly difficult because once we get over it, we will be so good at surrendering that life is just going to feel a lot easier for us. This is again something I've said before. So I hope that everybody can hold out for that. It's turbulent for all of us. And it's for a reason. And I hate saying that because it romanticizes the suffering to a certain extent, but it really is for something. This time of our lives and everything that we're processing and everything that causes us pain and shame, all the reasons we could be feeling heavy in our hearts right now, it's very important information. They're all very important experiences. Yeah. It's very scary though. I'm so grateful for your message, 50 and Thriving. Thank you so much. Yeah. Your validation is really healing a part of me that I needed in my own life with my own experience with my parents. And yeah, I'm going to take this with me for the rest of my life. Thank you so, so much for that. I am going to take a short intermission so that I can tend to my child. Yes, my twin indeed. And I will be right back. In the meantime, please, if you see anyone, thank you, Pearl. Yeah, he is. He's really cute. He really is. If anyone does come in the chat, yeah, I'll be back. I'm back super briefly just to restart the vibes. I know I say it every time, but I don't want it to be lost on anyone that I'm very humble to this thing that I'm doing, and I'm very grateful to anybody who trusts me to read for them. Like in the same way that people will thank me for doing a reading for them, I am thanking you equally and even more, because I can understand how much, or I don't take lightly, the trust that you put into me asking questions. And like, I think that, yeah, I don't take it lightly when someone seeks towards me. It's a very serious action. I take it very seriously. I also take seeking very seriously, looking for answers and all of that. So when I can give someone just a semblance of upliftment, it means a lot to me. It means a lot. So I'm very grateful. And I feel very blessed to be in this position where I can do this. And just even feeling brave enough to do it, feeling inspired enough to keep this going, is very important to me. I really love this work. I love reading cards. I love tarot and divination so much. My connection to God and my spirituality is truly it is the most important thing to me. I really don't see purpose in anything else, in any other experience of this life except in God and in connection with other realms. If it was just this reality, if we came into life and this is really all there was, I would hate being alive. I would despise it. But thank God that God is real to me. I think God is real to everyone, but to me, God is very, very real. I wish there was a way that I could like thank you, Pearl. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna learn how to use this app properly so that I can put like a pause intermission thing. So that I don't... Yeah, I don't know, so that I disappear with purpose. Thank you. Where was your question? Although I'm pretty... Like, hold on a second. What? I did see your question. Your question about what? About September, right? It was about September. I'm pretty sure I pulled cards for that. What energy should I expect to come my way this September? Please let me know if that's a question, because I'm pretty sure I did pull cards and I answered. Let me just make sure. Yeah. The other one... The one about the music? Please can you ask it again then? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the one about the playlist. Yeah, I'm going through the comments and I can't see another question. Please can you ask it again? I'm sorry that I skipped it. Oh, kind of because my mic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. All right. So I've left some noodles on the pot that I'm gonna have to check on, but it's me again. I'm gonna pull cards. I'm gonna shuffle, see what cards fall out, and then depending on how intense the energy is, I'm gonna like just read over it quickly, show it to you. Maybe you sit with it, but I just need a few more minutes to like check on the noodles. So I'm gonna do a express read in this moment. Ooh. All right. Okay, so you received the Seven of Rods and the High Priestess, and then you received the Hermit in reverse. Let me just look into that. And then you got the One of Cups beneath the deck. So it's giving yes overall. It's just that there's something that has to happen. There's something intensely spiritual that has to happen before you and TM can be in a relationship. And that, the intensity of that spiritual thing that needs to happen, that in itself, there's a lot of stages that need to happen in order for your guys' relationship to take shape. These stages are so intense, they hold a lot of weight to them, that it may very well be that you won't be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot. Thank you for that message, for your validation. Yeah, so that there's a lot weighing on what. Okay, here is where you guys are in a relationship. Here is where you are right now. There's a lot weighing on what happens in between that, so much so that this might not even happen. You know what I mean? But that's not to take away the hope that it could happen. It's just that, yeah, there's a lot of spiritual work that has to go underway first for each of you individually so that you guys can find each other in the end. The Hermit in reverse is something I don't receive often in reading, so I just want to check that out. It speaks of promptings of the psyche that have been ignored for too long, the soul withering in its current situation, withdrawal from life due to unfaced fear, sorrow, or anger, escapism, phobia, superficiality, alienation. Okay, I don't know. It feels like it feels like this is TM, and this is you. So it's like TM needs to catch up with you spiritually in order for this new love to actually take shape. And TM might not, because also you feel very spiritual. It feels like you're very powerful. TM needs to meet your power. It's going to take a lot of work to do that for TM. But there's still like hope. You're both trying. There's a lot of life in your guys' connection. I'll be right back. I see. You have pulled back. Okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more for me to add. Thank you so much. Thank you, it's me again. And thank you for letting me know that you're a reader too. I think we should all be like looking out for each other, and I hope that I can like somehow find your page so I can interact with your work as well. I hope that you can, yeah, I have your page open now and I'm not seeing anything, but I have subscribed and I hope that you can get active. Let me know where your work is. Shout yourself out in the comments so that other people can be aware of your work too. Due to external, yeah. Well, yeah. Either way, I'm seeing hope between you two, and I really hope it works out. I hate when when you have an intensely spiritual connection with someone, but nothing can happen. That's the most. It's yeah. That part really irritates me about life. I get it happens sometimes, but I hate it when it does. Thank you for that comment. Extremely validating, and you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Thank you so much. And the same goes for you and anyone else present in the chat. I'm very grateful for the energy of that message. Thank you. It's me again. Yeah. Thank you. That's all I have, actually. Thank you. I just want to remind everyone that I will be here for at least an hour more. If you've already asked a question, don't be afraid to ask more. I am of service. So, yeah. And obviously, if you feel called to, please donate. But I'm also not tight on the like fiat exchange of this experience. When I do these tarot and chills, I'm of service, so that I trust that whatever symbolism of return that is expected via the fiat money exchange system, whatever, I'm gonna get mine back. You know, I'm giving freely, with the intention to give freely, so that I know automatically I will get my return, even if it's not from you deciding to donate, but through the kindness of the universe. So, yeah, that's it. That is really strange, Pearl. I'm watching the chat comments now. Can you please type the comment? Yeah, no, that's really weird. So I have this window open on another window as well, and I still can't see the question that you're talking about. Yeah, I'm processing that. That's really strange. But also, you can definitely reach out to me via DM, and we can, like, you know, we can kiki about the question. Maybe maybe your angels don't want you to post it on such a public platform. But what was the... You know what? You can DM me. You can try posting it now in the chat again, but you can definitely also DM me. And I will definitely answer you there. That is very strange. When things like that happen, I always take it to mean something else is going on. Like, you know, the angels, the ancestors are being strict about whatever it is that you're trying to post. But I can't see the question. The last comment that I've seen from you is where you said the other one. And I haven't seen another question since. But anyway, I'm on the lookout. Interesting. So this question that you have, I'm seeing it now, was cutting people off. Is this the changed version of your question? Because if it is, then I suppose, yeah, then I suppose you were being held back on purpose, which is interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder why you couldn't, I wonder why it was such a struggle for you to post that question. But anyway, interesting. Okay, I don't know how to pull cards for this, so I'm just gonna try sit with it because I have someone else in my life who actually, he came to me with the very same statement, and I was the last friend he had. And he said, so yeah, he came to me with this exact understanding and said, you're basically the last one standing. And from what I saw looking in, it looked extremely necessary for his growth, because everybody he cut off was taking from him, even energetically. Or it was a situation where he would pour so much into all of these people that he cut off, and they would take, and then it would get to a point where they tried to take from him when he really had nothing left. So maybe that's a case for you. How did these people make you feel that you cut off? Yeah, that's all I have. How did they make you feel? How did you feel when you were around them? Sharing space with these people that you cut off, how did it make you feel? Did it bring you joy? Did they have any useful information to you? I mean, for you? Okay, cool. Yeah. Interestingly enough as well, with this person who was telling me about this, is that he's on the spectrum. He's very autistic, where he needs to take medication for it. So, yeah, I actually don't know why I mentioned that. Oh, okay, wait, no, I think I know why. So, his autistic experience, from my observation, was also something that affected his boundaries. He had a problem with putting boundaries, with laying boundaries. And then these people that he cut off also had a problem with respecting his boundaries. So it was just like, yeah, it needed to happen for him. And I think it does need to happen for you. That's interesting. Why do you feel the guilt? Why do you feel guilty? Do you feel harsh? Oh, but you're an Aries. Oh, don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. Yeah, don't feel guilty at all. You're probably like feeling too much for them. You shouldn't do that. Yeah, you shouldn't do that. And they're probably going to try make their rounds over time. They may even try to guilt trip you in the future to say, yeah, you cut me off for no reason and da-da-da-da. Just block out the noise. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's interesting also mentioning how you have one friend left, and then for September you got the Hermit card. You did the right thing. And you'll be compensated for that by the end of the month. Like, it feels like part of what you're going to be experiencing for the month of September will be very Virgo coded, in the sense of organizing things, putting things in their place, compartmentalizing, making sure the right people are in your circle and the wrong ones are far away from you, so that come the rest of the season, Sag season as well specifically, it feels like it's going to be really fun, and you need to have the right people around you in order to have the perfect kind of fun for you. Yeah. Yeah. Guilt and shame should be the last thing you feel about cutting people off. Feels like an Aries coded karma. You're not the only Aries person in my life who your boundaries keep getting tested, and then they push you over the edge, and then you react, and then you go, oh no, I shouldn't have. No, you should have reacted. You should have reacted a lot sooner than you did. You're just being very patient. Exactly, yes. And there are two eclipses, right? A solar and a lunar eclipse, one happening in the beginning of the month and then another one happening at the end of the month. And then the Saturn retrograding into Pisces, into tropical Pisces. On the same day that I think the solar eclipse is happening, there's a lot going on. This month is not a joke. Yo, How did what I say remind you about the eclipse? I don't remember. Yeah. How did what I say remind you about the eclipse? Love it. Thank you. That is, yes, exactly. That makes sense. Thank you. Exactly. Interesting. And what is the sixth house? Let me just look at that quickly. I'm interested in now I feel invested in how September's gonna go for you. I'm thinking about the Six of Cups energy that fell out. No, the Four of Cups. Yeah, the Four of Cups energy that fell out for you, Pearl. And I saw a sentence when I was looking at the meanings of each of the houses that for the sixth house, there's a sentence that says that that house is linked to your sense of usefulness. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. Inside, I'm thinking many things. I understand that, and possibly like specifically in routines in the way that you think. Like, is there like a consistent loop of something that you've been thinking that just isn't useful anymore. Maybe consistent loop of something. Maybe you've been thinking in a loop about how guilty you feel for cutting your friends, for cutting these people off. I don't know. I feel like you know though. You get it. You get it. Yeah. This stuff, this spiritual stuff, like I said, this stuff is it's my home. I feel most comfortable in the spiritual work, the spiritual world. So yeah, if I'd known, if this were my reading for September, I would be, yeah, I'd be looking forward to the growth of it. My axis is happening on the first, what is it? Let me see, sorry. Yeah, the 1st and the 7th house. Hey, yeah. And I have a Chiron in 7th house, so I just feel like I'm going crazy. And the things I'm processing, making me feel crazy. Hey, you know, the universe's timing. God's timing. We're really just we are just human beings. And God can move us, put us here, put us in places, do things, and we're none the wiser. We won't know. We won't see anything coming. The surrender that will have to come out for the whole lot of us this month is no joke. On the 20th, yes. Yep. Yeah. It's a little bit scary because the ending of cycles, you know, there's a big end, but there's no telling what is going to have to be let go of. Whatever falls away. I am very animated, right? I am. Whatever falls away is really going to be out of our control. I've reconnected with an ex of mine from years ago. And something that he said to me, it's been so intense to reconnect with him because I haven't seen him since all those years ago. And it's so strange. We live in the same city. We have the same like tastes in like entertainment and parties and stuff. So we would have seen each other out in the streets. I saw some of his friends in the streets, but I never once saw him all of those years. And now we meet again by complete chance. And it's very intense to feel all of those things again since last feeling them almost a decade ago. And he said to me that what's most important for me to learn how to do this time around, now that we've reconnected, is for me to learn how to not be afraid to lose him again. Hate it. Hate the feeling. Not being afraid to lose someone. I have Chiron in Libra in the 7th house, and I need to learn how to not be afraid to lose someone. What a joke. Obviously I do, but what a joke. What a joke. All right, I will be right back. My son needs a juice. Thank you, Pearl. Thank you for that. It is very crazy. It's a crazy experience. It's felt very crazy. Hugs to us all. Because he's also going through, I mean, yes, I'm the main. Well, I'm not the main. I'm experiencing my thing, and he's also experiencing his thing, going through his own. I know that my presence in his life is doing its own thing to him. There's just a lot going on for everyone. It's a very intense time. Yeah. I feel really called to shout out the Sangoma I worked with, who I consulted with at the beginning of the year, and who helped me. Yeah, they helped me a lot for that brief period that I needed them. And I know they're going to help me further in my journey when I'm ready to like dive full force into my ancestral work. I feel though, yeah, because I'm looking at a picture of them now, and they're just, I just feel like everybody in general could really use their presence and like an awareness of them. So I just want to link their profile in the chat of this. For anyone interested in seeking answers and who needs, yeah, if you just in case you want to consult with someone and you need someone you can trust. This person and their dozis are extremely trustworthy, and I really hope that should you be seeking answers that tarot cards cannot do, because yeah, these cards and me, we can only do so much. This gogo kanyagude, I swear by them. They're based in Cape Town, but they do like consultations online and via WhatsApp. And I highly recommend, if there are any answers that you need that have been digging a hole deep within you, and I'm pretty sure that they can consult across continents. Like they've mentioned this in a podcast before, that they understand their positioning in life is very especially in the middle of everything. So they can unite cultures, unite different kinds of people. They could consult with any kind of person, whether you're from America or someplace in the South. Okay, what can you expect in September? Let's see. So, Carrie, I received the King of Discs in reverse. King of Discs in reverse and the Tower card. Let's just explore the King of Discs in reverse. This card speaks of someone who's often insular and insensitive. He can be scornful of delicacy, considering his tactlessness plain speaking. He can be dull, greedy, and inconsiderate, a bull in a china shop, may be highly manipulative and controlling. Oh. All right. Oh, man. Okay. I remember pulling for you, Carrie, maybe like 2 tarot chills ago, and you did actually receive cups, but that was with regards to an oncoming love. However, with all the cards that I'm pulling out now, I get the sense that you and this man, the one there, you guys have unfinished business. And, girl, it feels like I don't want to touch on it because I can tell how much stress he brings to your life. Yes, and I can feel how much stress he brings to your life. I'll be right back. I hear my son calling. I just need to go see what he's up to. All right. It feels like you and N have unfinished business. And I feel called to just warn you not to take anything he does personally, because it feels like the way that he is in your life, he can convince you of things about yourself that are not true. It feels like he has the power to say very mean things about your character that do not apply to your truth. Please remember that you know yourself. Don't let anything that he says, because it feels like he's going to come into your life, or some general energy that just comes from a place of lack, even if this comes from within you, where suddenly you feel the sense of panic over things that make you feel inferior. Yeah, it feels like emotions or emotional challenges of inferiority may come up, whether likely from N, but maybe even from your own self. I hope you can understand, though, that they're not you. They're not true to you. It feels like you keep getting really crazy challenges of your self-worth, and it's like you're so much better than all of these things that make you feel less than. And they're all coming as challenges to get you to realize that you are a very important, very special, powerful, valuable person. With a very good heart, you are very kind. You care so much about the people around you. You are worth harmony and peace. Exactly. No, yes, I feel the same way. Carrie, I feel the same way. Like, he feels so comic. Yeah, everything I've said stands. You're an incredibly special person. And it feels like the way that he's all up in your energy, it's like he knows that. And he doesn't want to let you go. But he's also being mean to you. Or he tries to like suppress your greatness. It's one of those things where when someone sees a light in someone, they're aware of the light that they have in them, that they lack within themselves. So they try to take control of that light and manipulate it and use it for their own gain. He really is all up in your energy though. I think that energetically he's very obsessed with you because, like I mentioned, you're just a very caring person. I think for him, it's like he's never known someone as caring and as open-hearted as you are. And it's like it triggers demons in him. Either way though, good. I hope that stays. And that if by chance you do see each other again in person, that you are in control. Know that you are in control. You are a lot more powerful than him. Maybe when you guys share space, it makes you feel powerless, but you are so much more powerful than he is, and he knows that. He's definitely aware of that. He's a very mean person. Don't take any of his meanness personally. Yeah, but it feels like he's definitely going to make some kind of comeback in the month of September. But it's going to teach you something. It's going to be necessary. It's going to be a once and for all thing. Like it's going to be laid to rest in September. He's not going to continue being in your readings any further than that. He really won't. This is it. September is it. Like, that's done. Either he changes and he evolves, because I don't know how you're going to take this, right? But beneath all of these cards at the bottom of the deck, you received the Lovers and you received the Ten of Cups. So, yeah. There's a period of growth right now that he's going through, that you're both going through, honestly, but him more than you. And if he can pass all of these lessons that he's being tested with, then you guys are good to go. Then everything will be fine. But if he doesn't, and he doesn't take responsibility for the way that he makes other people feel, for his own self, if he doesn't stop being intimidated by your light, and etc., then this is strange. Yeah, okay. Then I'm not going to read any further because I can feel there are other cards that are telling into this. I see. Yeah. Let the month of September play out, being aware that you're the main character. This is all happening as a test for you. And don't take anything he says personally, because it feels like he might say very mean things to you that are not true, but that you might believe they're true. They're not. Even this quarter, it's, yeah, very stressful. I can imagine. If you can also just like leave him alone, because he's not okay. Like, these cards, especially this one, this is a very mean person. This is someone who who has a lot of energetic presence, and who, in reverse, I'm feeling into someone who has big energetic presence and who isn't used to being around other people who are as energetically big as him. So yeah, the kind of person that will stand on top of other people's shoulders to make himself seem taller. That kind of thing. Just not a nice person, man. But yeah, it'll come with its own illuminations. September's going to be very spiritually useful for you. That's what I've got. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay. That's all I can keep repeating. Hey, Carrie. Don't let any of his mean words get to you. Don't take any of it personally. He is not... You're not a chaotic person. You are not someone who wreaks havoc. You just make him feel very emotional. And so he goes and speaks nonsense on your name. Because he doesn't know how to handle how much he cares about you. And how powerful you are over him. Yeah, he is resentful, definitely. He is. But let that be his problem. And remember that he's just resentful. He's full of resentment. He's a very strange man. But he really loves you. It's just a bit perverted. But also don't let him make you feel small. Because that's what he's at risk of doing. Don't let him make you feel small. You are not small, especially not to him. He knows you're powerful and he knows you have power over him. Yeah, you do. Pearl, you do. How can I consciously embrace and use it to empower my creativity and artistic expression? That's an interesting question. I can try and pull cards for that question, but I don't know if it's going to, if the cards that fall out are going to give a direct answer. But when I look at that comment, Pearl, the first thing I think about is how you should stop hiding. It feels like you're someone who does this a lot. Not in fear, but more in like, I don't know, you have a mystery to you that's not, that you have a mystery to you that feels protective. Feels as if you're trying to protect your energy. But in that, it feels like what you're missing is that you are already naturally protected. You're not someone who needs to you don't have to guard yourself out of fear. It feels like you need to be, it feels like you should take inspiration from sirens and how they behave. Let me see. I'm going to pull cards and see what the cards have to say about your question. I didn't think that the cards that would fall out would be so direct, but here you have the star, which is what I was feeling into. It feels like you need to stop hiding. Show your face more. You know how the pretty girls on TikTok, they'll do their face and then post lyric sing videos, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Show your face more. You had the star, and then beneath you have the Empress. Yeah. Yeah, girl. Oh my gosh. You've got, okay, mini cards. And they're all speaking of you just needing to show yourself more. Be more out there and be less afraid about being out there. And keep going. Don't be out there and then go back inside and then be out and then go inside again and be out and go. Like, be out and stay out, you know? Stay out there. Create a project for yourself out of the social media, out of creating a social media presence. This may be too intense though, so I don't know how you feel about it, but maybe try like posting every day. Kind of like what I'm doing with this, and how this, while I love doing this, I love reading, this was also for me to get into reading for people on the spot. I needed to find a way to do that without throwing myself too out there and going out in person and maybe doing video call, whatever. I figured doing lives every week would help me. So maybe something like that for you. But yeah. Yeah. Hold on, baby. Okay. Okay. This is exciting because it feels this question that you asked feels like there's a follow-up. It feels like you are feeling into something bigger. Like something's happening, you know? Something's happening in your life, Pearl. Something really exciting about you, and about your beauty, and about how magnetic that makes you. About how it feels like you thought you needed to do something extra hard, like you needed to work extra hard to get a success or something. And with whatever it is that you're realizing now, you're gonna see that you didn't have to do too much. Like, you getting your success is going to be so much, it's gonna be so mind-blowingly easy. You're gonna be so shocked at how easy it was the entire time for you to be successful. Yeah, feels like you are overthinking and you didn't have to think that much. It's gonna come so easily once you uncover it, whatever the thing is. It's really exciting. I'm very excited by your question and by what's about to unfold. Just by contemplating that something's gonna unfold. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this live in about 7 minutes because that would be the 2-hour mark. My son is also applying pressure, so I have to be strict about cutting that. But again, thank you to everyone who's been present in this live. I love this so much. And this has been a very enjoyable live. All the questions asked right from the very beginning till now have been just really lovely. I love pulling cards for layers of questions, not just the direct, what is this person thinking about me? What a da-da-da-da. I love exploring deep contemplative things about people's journeys and life purposes and the way their will is being applied on their lives. I love interacting with everything about being. So this was a very, very enjoyable live. So thank you. Wonderful, Pearl. Wonderful. And congratulations. And it's going to be such an incredible unfolding. There's so much to you. There's so much about yourself that wants to reveal itself to you. It's like your inner star is its own being. So you can trust that it will unfold in its own process. And I think that can honestly be true for everyone. each of our higher selves and true purposes are really coming online, which again is also why these times are so intense. So yeah, we should all just trust our processes. It's very exciting, very painful, very stressful, very contemplative, very intense, but very, very blessed. We are in very blessed times. And I hope we can all feel that. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's it actually. I think I'll actually leave this reading at that. Thank you to everybody again, even the people who aren't present anymore, but who were there earlier. Thank you to their spirits, and thank you to everybody, to all of life, really. I'm very grateful for this. And I will see you again for this in the following week. Again, with the sun getting warmer and with the transitioning of seasons and everything, I'm feeling more myself with each passing week. So I have full intentions to be here more often. I just like to take things slowly in my personal life, so we'll see how that goes. However, I've been pretty consistent, right? So if not during the week, then I'll definitely see you again next Sunday. Mwah.